if you're finding that any of these things are happening in your life, it just may be that God is preparing you for marriage. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Heather, and on my channel I talk all about faith-based dating and relationships to help you date with confidence and prepare for a thriving and a healthy marriage. So if you aren't already subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you're on Instagram, be sure to follow me over there as well. I'm over there daily and love to chat with you guys. So in today's video, I am sharing 5 signs that God may be preparing you for marriage. So the first sign that God may be preparing you for marriage is that He is bringing conflict into your life, whether that's with friendships, with family members, co-workers, whatever it is, but you are finding that you're experiencing a lot more conflict with people, which is going to teach you how to deal with that conflict and communicate more effectively. And this is a skill that is so important in marriage because you're constantly communicating with your spouse. Even if God brings you your spouse and you're married to the right person and you have a great marriage, there are still going to be conflicts that come up. And the better you are equipped to handle conflict and communicate, the easier that's going to be when you do get married. So a good sign that God may be preparing you for marriage is that you're finding yourself in these kinds of situations that are teaching you and training you to learn how to communicate more effectively and how to handle that conflict. So if you are finding that you're going through a lot of conflict right now, I just want to encourage you that this is a great way to prepare for marriage. And if you go through it with the mentality that this is something that's going to make me stronger, and that's going to make me a more effective communicator and someone who is better at relationships, then hopefully it will encourage you to keep pushing through and learning as much as you can in this season. The second sign that God may be preparing you for marriage is that He is revealing areas in your life that you need to work on. This could be your health, this could be finances, it could be areas that you need to heal in or patterns that need to be broken. Just a few months before I met my husband, I went through a breakup that really caused me to stop and take a look at the patterns and cycles in my life that I had kept repeating. And it also was a time that I decided to take control of my finances and start paying off debt. So if you're finding that God is revealing these things to you, then it may be a good sign that He is trying to prepare you for marriage. Because as you work through these things as a single person, then that's just going to make you even stronger when you do enter into a relationship. All right, so the third sign is that He may start to bring more married couples into your life and expose you to the different ways that marriage can look and the different ways that marriage might work for different couples. And He'll give you a desire to ask questions of those people and learn more about marriage. This is something that happened to my husband before he met me. He was starting to find that he was hanging out with more married couples than he actually was hanging out with single people. And it really helped him to learn more about marriage and how different people handle different aspects of marriage and to really grow stronger in that. Because he was exposed to people who were already living it, and he was able to ask them questions that he might not be able to ask his single friends. All right, and then the fourth sign that God may be preparing you for marriage is that He will awaken a desire and intrigue inside of you to start learning more about marriage and what your personal viewpoint is on it based on the Bible. So you might find that you start having more of a curiosity to dive into the Word and see what the Bible actually says about marriage and figure out what your understanding of that is. And then from that understanding of what the Bible says about it, you may start reading books or listening to podcasts or sermons about marriage in order to reframe the picture of what you think marriage should look like and what you believe God thinks marriage should look like. This is something that also happened to me before I met my husband, and it actually wasn't intentional at first, but I just found that I kept on getting exposed to these sermons about marriage and these podcasts and these different things that just kept coming into my life that I wasn't necessarily seeking out at first, but then I started to think, I wonder what God is trying to tell me, and that kind of sparked this curiosity to dive in deeper and to start buying books about it and seeking out more resources. And I think this is so good because the more you learn about marriage before you actually enter into it, the better equipped you're going to be to handle different situations than you would have been if you hadn't tried to learn anything. All right, and then sign number 5 is that He is positioning you in a place where you are having to care more for others than for yourself. So maybe this is with a family member, maybe this is in friendships or your own personal relationship or volunteer situation. But he's positioning you to learn how to be more selfless and to care more for others. And the reason that he will do this is to help you and teach you these things so that when you do enter into a marriage, you'll already know what it's like to be others focused, and you'll have a better understanding of what it means to lay down yourself for another person and to put their desires before your own, because that's a huge part of marriage, is putting your spouse first. And when you both put each other first and you're both focused on the desires and needs of the other person, then it just works that much more smoothly and that much more beautifully. So if you're finding that any of these things are happening in your life, it just may be that God is preparing you for marriage so that you can be better equipped. I hope that you found this list helpful and encouraging. And if you are in a season of singleness and waiting for the man that God has for you, then I highly encourage you to be on the lookout for some of these signs and to do what you can now to prepare for your future marriage. If you'd like more information on this topic, then be sure to check out my other videos. I just posted one last week on how to be content in your single season, so I'll link that up here. And if you need more support in this journey, then be sure to sign up for the wait list below for my Worthy of the One Academy that will be opening soon. And in that program, I will walk you through how to date with confidence, how to attract a high quality man, and even provide you with one-on-one coaching. So I'd love to have you join in on that, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.